I realized that it's really fun to talk about my drumming endeavor here. And for those of you who don't know it, I pick up a new musical instrument every year. And this year it's drums, and then I practice 7 days a week for a whole year, every day, to make sure that I become quite skilled at that instrument. And for every year that passes, every new instrument, the the pace at which I can learn the instrument increases. It goes faster and faster and faster and faster, because it's like learning a language. If you're gonna learn a second language, it's really hard. The third one is slightly easier, and the fourth and the fifth language, then you start to go really fast. And I think when you're gonna learn your 10th or 12th or 15th language, you just blast through it and you know it, because there's a meta structure underneath, and that's what you learn. And that's the same thing for me when I learn new musical instruments. I don't learn to play the specific instrument that I'm practicing. I'm learning the meta learning of all instruments. How do you play all of them? And that's what makes it really quick and fast and easy. So this year it's the drums, and I was thinking, what song should I learn? So I decided I'm going to learn "Bleed" by Meshuggah. I think that's a good song for rookies, because that's just about the most difficult song there is, especially for the double bass drums. And if I learn "Bleed", then most other songs are going to be very easy for me to play. And it also makes the problem very well defined, so it becomes crystal clear what techniques I need to practice, and I just need to keep hammering it. So I think "Bleed" is actually, it's a quite easy song to start with, because it's so well defined. And I hope if there's people out there who say, "Oh, you can't play "Bleed, you're too shit, it's too difficult," so please write it in the comments, because I need this critique as fuel. I'm really grateful when people tell me that I can't do this. I love it, because it's maybe it takes 1 year, maybe it takes 2 years if you practice 7 days a week, but of course I'm gonna get there. I'm just gonna keep pushing. And then when you finally nail that song, it's the best feeling in the world. I really like it. I really like it to do things that when people say I can't do it, I tend to push even more in that direction. I guess it's just the way my brain is wired. And it's the same thing with starting a business, by the way, because as many people told me, you can't do it, it's too dangerous, it's too much risk, no, risky, no, don't do it, economically vulnerable and all that stuff. But why should I listen to them? It's my life. I can do whatever I want. And maybe I won't like it, maybe. Fine, then at least I've tried. Whatever happens, the absolute worst case scenario that can happen if you start a business and you fail is that you're gonna learn a huge amount of new knowledge that will be very useful. And it's the same thing with starting a business or playing the drums or learning to ride a bicycle or swimming or whatever. You're gonna fail a lot of times, and that's good. Failure is really good, because the more times you fail, the better you become. If you never fail, I mean, did any one of you learn how to ride a bicycle without ever falling? I don't think so. Did when you went into the pool for the first time to learn swimming, didn't you sink like a stone? At least I did. But if you just keep pushing, you will get there. For me, it's actually physically impossible to fail with anything, as long as you keep moving in the direction towards the goal. Even though it's just 1 millimeter every day, you're still moving. It's movement. This is physics to me. You have a goal here, and you are here. And if you're moving towards this goal, it doesn't matter how slow or how small steps you take, but as long as you're moving, you will get there in time. So it's only a matter of time, only a matter of persistence and focus. And it's a really good thing to also use these insane goals. To learn play drums on Meshuggah's Bleed in 1 year, that's quite an insane goal. But it will force you to work smarter, not harder. I also have another limit. I only work for 15 minutes every day. I practice for 15 minutes every day. And I'm gonna learn one of the hardest songs on drums there is in 15 minutes every day for a whole year. That means I need to work very smart if it's gonna be at all possible. But it also means that every little step towards this really, really awesome goal is gonna kick out more dopamine in my brain. So it feels much better to become 1/10 of a percentage better at playing Bleed. That feels a lot better than to become 1/10 of a percentage better to play Baba Vita Lam or some other really simple song. So that's worth thinking about. Use insane goals and then you work smart, not hard. And also, this might come across as arrogant, these things I say. Fine, I don't care. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger has a great rant about this on the interweb, where he keeps talking that you have to be arrogant and act out the person you want to become later on. You need to act it out, and then you will get there in time. This might be what's stopping many people, I suspect. But if you know that you can do it, Arnold knew he was going to be Mr. Olympia. He was absolutely convinced. Totally. So he acted like Mr. Olympia way before he was that person. And that is the reason why he succeeded. Think about that. Good night.